and gentlemen, welcome to the Activity Call Live. Brought to you today from beautiful Asheville, North Carolina. Now, let's hear it for our special guest host, Stephen Davies.
Man, got me fired up, Billy. Got me fired up. And it is a beautiful day here in Asheville, North Carolina. It's a beautiful day everywhere, man. I just got back from South Florida. We've got people that are making positive changes. We've got people that are pushing. We got people that are believing. We got people that are dreaming, people that are seeing things and seizing the opportunity. Just so fired up with what I'm seeing. We're looking at everybody selling, everybody recruiting, everybody building, and it's happening all over. I was just in South Florida. It's happening there. It's happening everywhere. As I'm talking to my team, I'm hearing what people are doing. People are making investments. People are people came out of Aruba different. And let me tell you something. There's key times. There's key metrics when you can look at and go, we got something cooking. And it's when you're on trips like that. When you're on a trip like that, and I see leaders, I see new leaders, emerging leaders, and they're not just going, woo, party, we on vacation, don't got to do nothing. No, they're asking questions. They're seeing it as an opportunity, not only to be in a beautiful place, but an opportunity to grow, pulling leaders to the side. And I'm seeing the conversations and I'm seeing the intensity. And I'm going, guys, I don't know if you're seeing it, but I'm seeing it. I'm seeing that intensity, that drive, that people want to do big things. And that gets me fired up. I mean, the money-making part, I'm not worried about that. I love seeing people win. And I know everything will take care of itself with people winning. And that's why I'm fired up. I'm seeing people that want to win, doing the things it takes to win. And I'm just, well, as you can tell, I'm fired up out of my mind. It's been like this through Aruba, outside of Aruba, South Florida last night. I can't wait to be in Houston on Tuesday with Mike Garrow, Batman down there. I'm telling you, it's an exciting time to be a part of the Alliance. So if you're new, it's always been like this. If you're not new, it's always going to be like this. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm so fired up. Let's get into the leaderboards. And then I've got some special guests. I got some people I really, really believe in that I want to talk to you for a little bit today. But let's get to these numbers. All righty. Let's look at our total production issue paid here for the week that was. Look at these numbers. I got notes on my screen here for later. Look at, let's see, look at over $10,000. Look at how many folks issue paid over $10,000. Let me tell you something. You should issue pay over $10,000. It ain't but like $830 worth of monthly premiums. When you're out there selling, just be thinking towards that. All you got to do is pick up about $830 in monthly premiums. That's all you got to do. It's not that big. Let me tell you something. A $10,000 issue paid week, that will change your world. I remember the first one I had. I mean, I remember like it was yesterday. Gustavo got me thinking about the past. He was hammering me and Adam at dinner, just asking questions like, do you remember this? Do you remember that? Gustavo, I remember the first 10,000 issue paid week. Dude, it was just like, it was one of those times where you go, I think I can change our family's whole financial picture here. I mean, just the belief that everybody should get it. I need you to get a $10,000 issue paid week. Look at all these folks. Joe Dukes, man, killing it. Lindar Cook, Kavitha in the base shop there. Kyle and Nina Wilson. Telling you, that's a couple on the grow. Abel and Alma Luna. We got Sue L under Thomas Murphy. My buddy Hutch. Here's what Hutch says. I'm gonna out him in front of everybody. He said that he's going to have the biggest quarter of issue paid he's ever had in his history with the Alliance. Let me tell you something. That guy has a massive quarters of issue paid. He is a killer, and he said this is going to be his biggest ever. I mean, he's probably going to make over $500,000 just in personal commissions this year. I'm so proud of him. And he just went qualified vice president. Qualified vice president Mark Hutchison. That makes me just. I love the sound of that. All right, let's keep going. I'll talk about Hutch all day. All right, Elena R under the Osunas. Man, the Osunas, I'm telling you, that's another. We got so many emerging legs. Megan Wood, over 16,000, 44 applications. Thank God for EAPS. Otherwise, Megan would be increasing her carbon footprint with all them trees she'd be taking out with them. 44 applications. You have to send it on a pallet to corporate to get that. That's awesome. Lenoris continues to kill it. Lenoris, I'm so proud of you, brother. He is killing it. Here's the crazy thing. You know something crazy about Lenoris? He just went full time. He just went full time. He's only been selling on the weekends, driving a truck all week, selling at night while he's driving, while he's parked the truck, and then selling every weekend. And it's over I think it's over 200,000. It's crazy. I'm so proud of the Norse. All right, we got Eric and Brandy under Joe and Venus, 31,000 in 1 week issue paid. My buddy Nick Greco, qualified national manager Nick Greco, that is over 32,000 for the week. Holly showed me his paycheck, and I was like, whew, I love seeing him win. I know a little bit of the struggles he's dealt with and the things he's fought through prior to the Alliance, and I just love seeing people like that win. I'm so proud of you, Nick. Let's look at our next leaderboard here. Total annuity sales. I think we're going to see some familiar names here. You've got Rufus under Eric and Bobby. Stephanie Rodriguez, 41,000. Way to go, Stephanie. We got Elsa under Eric and Bobby Belair. There's a lot of annuities coming out of Belair land. Hutch, another 55,000 annuity. Minerve Profil. We got Lucio under Jeff and Kelly. We got Jan under Cuz. Lindar Cook, another familiar name. April and Alma Luna, $120,000 annuity. Elena under the Osunas, 142,000. Eric and Brandy under the Joe Dukes, and then Nick Greco, obviously with that big issue paid week, big annuity. I love it, man. Way to go. Let's look at our next leaderboard. I'm sorry, I should have said that. I was like, why is it not turning? Because you didn't say anything, Stephen. All right. Total sales submitted for the week last week, the week that was. We got Michelle under Mike Hartley over 7,000. Katrina. We got Lindsay under Levin Togaches. We got Marnie under the Mathises. We got Dylan under Junior Korea. Lorena under the ABTF. Jerrod Mikko, you stacking it up, bro. Jerrod Mikko, I know you've made this is the biggest year income wise for you, and I've seen like the house. I love seeing those pictures of your girls running around the house. Dude, I'm so proud of you. Hutchison over 12,000 submitted. He said it. He said he's going to do it. All right, Kevin under Levin Toviches. Lenoris, big issue paid week. So I'm gonna put some more in. I love it, man. Kyle and Nina over 16,000. Megan Wood, $16,316 over 21 apps submitted for the week. Way to go, Megan. Way to go. CVS production. Hey, let me tell you something. If you're not writing CVS final expense, let me encourage you to write final expense. Do you know how easy it is to write CVS final expense? I'll tell you exactly how easy it is to write CVS final expense. I can do it without supervision. That's exactly how easy it is to write CVS. You should be writing CVS. I love that product. I love that product. By the way, highest renewals. Just saying. All right. Brandy, way to go. Megan Wood. Megan Wood gets it. Hey, when you see people like Megan Wood and Kyle and Nina writing a product, that's kind of like ding, ding, ding. That'd probably be a good one to start picking up. You know what I'm saying? That's all I did in the beginning. That's all I did in the beginning. I was like, what are the top people writing? I'm going to write that. Of course, in the beginning, we only had a couple of products. It's a lot easier. I love it. People say, oh, it must have been so much simpler back then. It was simpler. You just couldn't find another carrier when one got declined. What'd you do? You found a new client. All right, let's go. Let's go to recruiters. All right. With one direct apiece, you got Tiffany under Andy Riddle, Adam under the Maurices. Telling the Maurices, that's another couple. I'm telling you, there's so many of them right now. It's just up and coming, gets me fired up seeing new life, new winners. Look at all with two direct. You got Marvin and Rachel Osuna. You got Yenlifer. I hope I'm saying that right. Diane Lampy. A under the that must be one of the way y'all break up the base shop. Gotcha. Or maybe his name's just A. That would be simple. That would fit on any standardized testing form. All right. You got Fitz with 2, Riddle with 2. Way to go. My buddy, Brandon Beal. Dude, I'm proud of you, man. Brandon and Ashley, I'm telling you, when spending time with them in Aruba, that's another couple that's about to take over. Hungry. 3 direct recruits last week. And y'all may not see it as, well, I guess you're not because you're not on our team, but on our team calls, Brandon dominates our recruiting on our team, and I'm so proud of him. He's going to be massive. My base shop put in 4 direct. Alex Abian, 4 direct. Way to go, my brother. And Jason and Olga Mathis. Let me tell you something. Jason sending me messages in Fort Lauderdale. This is a very smart thing to do, by the way. When you see a leader doing a meeting in your town, send messages to that leader. Okay, Jason and Olga's team, don't listen to this. All right, earmuffs, Jason and Olga's team. Send messages of what your team needs to hear from someone else. That's such a smart leadership move. We've been scheming for years behind your back to help get you successful. But hey, when you're on so and so, and they'll be like, they'll say it, and you'll be like, oh my God, I was with Adam Katz last night at the meeting, and he said this earth-shattering revelation, and it just changed everything for me. And I'm like, wow, that's magic. So I was scheming like that too. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those profit in the hometown deals. I don't know. I don't know if I put Mimi Ramiro on the list, but if y'all see Mimi on the thing, she's supposed to be a panelist. Mimi Ramiro. She's one of my other panelists, one of my other guests. So here's what I want to share with the Alliance. And I appreciate Andy trusting me with this call. I appreciate him letting my team talk. I want you to hear what goes on these trips. I want you to hear, more importantly, what goes on inside the minds of people that want to grow. I was talking about a little bit earlier in the call about why the trip was so special to me, because I'm seeing people that are using it as a growth experience. And that's what I want to share. So I've got some of my team on this morning, and they're going to share with you. I sent them a list of things. Hey, what was it like to be on a trip? What did it mean to you? What relationships did you build deeper? And then we want to share practical stuff too. The trips are awesome. And here's what I want to encourage you to do. Let the FOMO burn. Sound familiar, Diana? Let the FOMO burn. I'm telling you, FOMO moves me like you wouldn't believe. But here's what we mess up. We think we'll do this business because it makes sense. We think we'll do this business because it's a fantastic financial opportunity, and it is. But the things that actually move us are simple things, like I ain't getting left out. I can't tell you. I mean, every time Andy talks about a meeting at Integrity and there's going to be a top few people, I'm like, I'm not getting left out. I'm not going to get left out. That's the stuff that moves us. So when we're talking about this stuff, and you're thinking about the trip, and if you made it, I want you to think back on these same things. Because here's the thing. People say experience is the best teacher. That's somewhat true. But a better thing is evaluated experience is the best teacher. My Uncle Craig, he's got a ton of experience, but he's not learned from it. Does that make sense? Most people don't learn from their experiences. They do the same things over and over and over. Evaluated experiences, that's where the magic is. And so if you were on the trip, I want you to think through your trip and please make some notes. Because here's the thing, if we don't log it, we will lose it. And I'm just telling you, that's the truth. If you don't log it, you will lose it. So I want you to make some notes as they get your mind thinking, and you go, you know what? I had dinner with Terry Edwards, and you know what? He shared this, and you know what? I'm going to apply it. When you log it, it keeps you from losing it. So as we're doing this, if you're on the trip, let your mind get to working, let your mind get to stirring. And then as the stuff comes out, keep listening to us, but we won't be offended if you make some notes for yourself and go, I need to write this down, because if I don't log it, I'm going to lose it. So that's what I want if you were on the trip. If you weren't on the trip, here's what I want. I want you to let the FOMO burn. I want you to let it get deep inside you. Why? Because I want you on that trip. I want you on the next trip. We need you there. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, about responsibility to the team. We need you there. Why? Because it'd be better with you. I wish you could have seen that meeting room. I mean, the meeting room was beautiful. And not beautiful because of the location. The location was amazing. The meeting room was beautiful because of the people. That's why the meeting room was beautiful. We have the most beautiful, diverse crew of leaders. I mean, you just won't see it anywhere. And so what would make it better? You would make it better. It's better with you. So if you're on the call, let your mind turn. I'm sorry, if you're on the call, welcome to the call. If you're not on the call, I don't know what to tell you. If you're on the call, let your mind work. Oh, God, I said it again. Sorry. Hey, good news. You can be here over 20 years and still not be perfect and still do fairly well. So I hope that's good news. If you are on the trip, good job, Stephen. If you're on the trip, let your mind work. Take some notes. If you weren't on the trip, let your mind work and get that belly full of fire. Get that belly full of fire. I'm telling you. All right, let's go. First guest I want to get talking is Sabrina. Sabrina, I said this on our team call. Brandon and Ashley lit the room up on stage, and Sabrina Floyd burned it down. Girl, you were on fire on that stage. You got me so fired up. I was ready to start throwing chairs. And I elbowed Holly, and I was like, that fire. We get that fire channeled. She is going. I mean, she's going board. She's going board member. She's going partner. So yeah, me and Holly are so proud of you, Sabrina. We love you. So if you would, I'm gonna turn it over to you for a little bit. I'm gonna mute out. I'm gonna listen. Light us up on those things I sent over to you earlier, please.
Good morning, Alliance family. Thank you, Stephen, so very much for having me on the call. It is truly an honor. I'm grateful to you and Holly for your love, for your support. To Andy and Jane Albright, I can't thank you guys enough for giving us this platform to grow and discover who we are and to reach bigger heights and discover our true destiny. This trip was simply breathtaking. It was amazing on so many different levels. More importantly, the growth that I had within just from being around the leaders, from being around this family called the Alliance. It took me to a whole nother level of trust, a whole nother level of love, a whole nother level of support from all the different people who I was able to fellowship with on this trip. Some of the great people that I had time to grow and form deeper relationships were people such as Terry Edwards and his wife, you and Holly, Gus and Mercedes. Oh my God, get to know you guys better and deeper. Me and Jerrod Mikko, we connected on a whole different level, strategizing and discovering where we're going next in this business. And you talk about me talking on stage, the love that I got. I knew that I was loved. I didn't know to what degree I was loved. The way people text me and greeted me afterwards, encouraged me, and told me how my story touched them really meant so much to me. People like the Levin Toges, that was truly grateful and nice for the beautiful words that they said. The Beal family, getting the feedback from them. You could probably hear it in my voice. I'm still welling up because it's very emotional to know how you touch other people, but to hear people give you the feedback is amazing. And it really boosted my confidence. Like, I know I'm going to be partner. My goal now is a 2.5-year window that I will be at partner, and encourage me to make the commitment to myself to hiring an assistant, which is a big thing to help me in the growth of my business and where I'm going to go. But the family unit, the interesting thing on the trip was while we were there, everybody kept looking at us going, who are these people? And what the hell do they do? And so we heard all the words. It's a cult. It's a pyramid. It's this, it's that. And we're like, yep, we're the money-making people. You can call us whatever you want. But the interesting thing is everybody wanted to come with us. Like, well, where are you guys going? What do you do next? I remember the last night we were there, we had more people showing up who were not part of the Alliance looking in to see what the hell we were doing at our final farewell dinner. And to get that feeling from others, to know that they were amazed just at the family unit that we have and the love that we have. Because the running thing was, you guys really like each other. And it's like, yeah, we actually really do like each other. But some of my biggest moments were sitting under the tiki hut and having one-on-one time with Andy Albright. That was amazing. Getting tidbits on him on how just the same thing, how to build, going 12 deep, making sure you get underneath people, making sure you're encouraging people. That yes, it's 2, but still continue to go wide. If you want to build this business, you want to be a partner, you got to go wide and you got to go deep. Sitting with him and Nikki Long underneath the tiki hut with them, getting one-on-one time with them and their perspective. There's so many different leaders and so many different people that help me to inspire me even more than where I am. My sister was supposed to go with me, but she got gravely ill. And I brought a girlfriend of mine who I tried to recruit for 2 years. And the first day, she's like, oh my God, what the, I'm in. So she's in, Kim, she's registered for class, she's ready to go. But it's that feeling. We can tell people, but it's not until you bring them around the fire that they get it. You know, I mean, I do a great job, but when it's nothing like having 200 people of like mind trying to get to the same place to support each other. And that's one of the biggest things everybody saw on that island. You guys love and support each other, no matter what. Another big thing for me was reaching and making relationships with the base shop at corporate office with Celine and Clay and Amber and Chris Hill. Making those relationships are golden. You know what they say, make a friend before you need a friend. But having deeper relationships with that, doing things for the first time that I never done, going scuba diving, going snorkeling, amazing. And even when I was scared to death, making that relationship with Jerrod, who never left my side, she made sure that I made it through. And more important, I came back alive, that I didn't have to cash in that life insurance policy just yet. So it's just all those little tidbits, walking with Mimi and sharing time with her, just doing simple things as going to shop for souvenirs. All those little things. It's that they just all, those little tidbits all together make you want to do better and make me, like for me, my team, it's like, I got to get my team on one of these trips. Me explaining it, me sending the pictures, it doesn't mean you have to come and feel this. That's why I'm pushing. I'm making sure they're signing up for a national convention. You got to come. If I have to rent a van and drive people down, I don't care. I will do whatever it takes. I know the difference it's going to make in their life, and the difference is going to make in my business as well to get them there. I understand when they say, don't be selfish about this opportunity. You have to share it with everybody. And that's what I'm doing. But just the whole family unit was just simply amazing. And I can't express that enough. How much I love you guys, how much I love you and Polly, how much I love Andy Albright, how much I love my team members who are just amazing. Everybody on this panel, we have all, I think, grown closer since then, since that opportunity. Like me hiring an assistant, Diana and Jerrod Mikko. Thank you guys for your love and support too. I do appreciate it. You see, I like to talk, so I guess I better, I'll talk the whole damn time if you need me to, Steve. But I'm going to allow others to, because that's what we do as a team. We have to share. But I'm fired up. I love the Alliance. I love the Alliance even more. I didn't make Alaska yet, but I will be making Alaska. I'm on a journey. I need 40,000 points, and my ass is in gear. I'm rocking and rolling. I just wrote me another app right before I got on the call. So here we go.
Jersey is on the scene. I'm telling you.
Right.
Hey, guess what all your non-grown friends are about to say about you? You've changed.
Absolutely. Even my mama said that. My mama said, you just keep following. Every time I turn around, following those people somewhere. I said, that's right. She said, why you keep saying that? I said, you'll see. It's okay.
You about to drop a shicky boom, and then we'll know it's you're headed to the top.
Boom, chicken, boom.
Oh, Sabrina, I'm so proud of you. And knowing this is your first trip, let me tell you something. All the stuff you mentioned, 100% I'm with you. But I tell you, one of the most rewarding things for me and Holly is seeing new people on the trip. And you mentioned that, like, your goal is to get your people on the trip. Make that your rally cry. When you get them there, Sabrina, I can't describe how it feels to see one of your new people on a trip. I mean, I just got cold chills right now. I mean, I'm telling you, that's some magic stuff right there. You talk about fulfillment. Oh my goodness gracious. So I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. All right, Mimi, we overcame. We had a computer issue. We said, well, forget that. I'm gonna get on my phone and I'm gonna do it on my phone. Or whatever it takes, right? That's people that win, or whatever it takes, people.
That's exactly true.
And give up. They think we don't deal with the same stuff. You know what I'm saying? They think we don't have computer meltdowns in the middle of an e-app, in the middle of the woods. They think it doesn't rain in our world. We just overcome. So it looks like it doesn't. We just overcome. So you're an overcomer. And you're another person I'm betting, like Sabrina, I'm putting all my chips in the center on. You're another person I'm putting all my chips in the center on. I'm telling you, you are. And I know you've been working a lot with Adam in the base shop on getting the recruiting thing going, so I know where that leads. You know what I'm saying? I've seen how that movie ends. So I'm so proud of you. Same thing. I'm going to turn it over to you for a little bit, and I'm going to mute out and listen in.
Can you hear me okay, Steven?
Yes, ma'am. Loud and clear.
Oh, perfect. I guess we did overcome. Thank you, Stephen, for having me on the call. I truly appreciate you and Holly and Andy and Jane for this amazing opportunity. Wow. I don't know what to say. Sabrina almost said everything about the trip. And we all feel the same. So a lot of that information is going to be repeated. Aruba was amazing. I love Paris. I love Hawaii. I love all of them. But for some reason, I connected even more with Aruba. I don't know if the island part of me, because I'm from an island as well. You never know. But I felt some special connection. I was happy, excited. Maybe I was more open. It felt like everybody was like that because that's how I felt. I felt everybody was happy. Yes, there was COVID, but we didn't really worry about it. We were aware of it, but we were not worried about it, so we were having a good time. Like Andy always said, you work hard so you can play hard. I feel like that was our moment. We work hard all year long for this trip, overcoming from Thailand to Aruba. Now is the time to enjoy it. I feel like I did. I didn't have a single headache when I was there, and I'm big with headaches. But Aruba, life was perfect. I loved it. So what did I learn when I was there? In addition to me being happy, enjoying the ocean and every beauty of it, I had an opportunity, like Sabrina said, to enjoy each other. I spent a lot of time with the corporate staff. I hang out with Robbie. Chris and I, we have a love and hate relationship. Yes, I'm saying it on the call. We fight with each other all the time. But I love Chris. I love Robbie because they push me in ways that I don't like to be moved. They will tell me how it goes. So that's the love and hate relationship. So I get to spend time with them, Ashland, a lot of them. I spent a lot of time with them, Selena. So they really, the people in the back corner helping your business to grow. People see you, they give you the recognition, but they're the one helping, working on your leads, the paycheck, motivating you, talking to your people. I really wanted to make that the center of my trip, to spend a lot of time with them, and I did, and I had a blast doing it. They're fun people to hang out with, and then they coach me. We're having fun, but they're coaching me at the same time as what to do, not to do. How can I improve on my business? So that was really amazing for me to get to do that. Spent a lot of time with that crazy girl, Sabrina. Man, we had fun. We had a lot of fun. And my niece, Shedlin, she went to see you, Stephen, a couple of days ago. Yesterday, she was with India as well. So she's on fire, ready to go. I have a lot of great stuff coming up. Like you said, I've been working with Adam. I have one of my admin who just passed the test. So he's going to transition to being in the field. So now I have another person full time, and Adam is talking to me about another person right now. He's like, Mimi, what do I do? I'm like, let me talk to you after the activity call. So I'm doing all these things, Stephen, just to grow. It's time for me to grow. No more excuses. No more hearing from Jerrod Mikko about the extension. I don't want to hear it. No. He tortured me. He made me say bad words because he's like, Mimi, I have to give you a hug because you're not making it to the extension. I was like, God, I can't do that. Yeah, he did, Stephen. You teach him well. So I'm pushing very, very hard to get the extension for Alaska or wherever we go. I'm only a few thousand points away, and I know I'm going to make it. I have a lot of impending business and everything. I don't want to miss a trip. I haven't missed one so far, but I don't want to miss an extension because I know that's where the best of the best things happen. And I want to grow my business. I felt like I've been letting my building side of the business suffer. No more that. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of making little money. I want the big stuff. And the way you make it is by helping a lot of people. And to be honest, every year when I go on those trips, Stephen, it fires me up. It's like get you a new person. You become a new person where you have that new drive, new energy, where you're ready to go do bigger things, better things. So that's me. I'm on fire. I'm going to double my staff. People working with me so that way I can focus on what's important. Hey, I got one new first agent who got licensed a couple days ago, and he's one of my kids that I brought with me at family reunion. They're not really my biological kids, but they're my kids. So I'm tapping on my own, family and friends to join the business. I'm excited about that part because Indy always says that the best way to go. So, hey, I am fired up. I'm excited. I am so grateful, Stephen, for everything you've done for us. Just seeing you on Aruba and Holly, like holding hands. I'm like, they're always like lovey-dovey, excited together. What's wrong with them? But that's a good example. You're setting good example with us, not just with the business, but with everything in life. You're always smiling. And I know it's not perfect. It's not perfect for me. It's not perfect for you. But you always keep that mental attitude. So I love it and I appreciate you. And thank you for everything. I don't know if I went over time or not, but that's what's in my heart.
That was perfect. Yeah, I'm always trying to hold Holly's hand. I'm always been
watching you.
I got two jobs. Chasing Holly around, building the business. And you're right. Jerrod Mikko was talking trash about the extension. Somebody on another team came up and was like, Jerrod Mikko was talking trash about the extension. I was like, wonder where he learned that from.
From you?
There's lots of positives to not winning the extension. One, you don't have to worry about sunscreen anymore. So that's a plus, right? Two, you don't have to worry about all the big meals and all the, luxurious food that's high calorie. That's done. You can go back to eating clean and eating bars and all that stuff. Three, you get to ride back to the airport with a much bigger group. That's nice, right?
You are not right, Stephen.
I never claimed to be, Sabrina.
Somebody find his mute button.
He ain't perfect.
And I know I'm glad to know you're from an island because my grandfather came here from an island too. A little further north of an island, but
hey.
That's why now I know why I connected with Aruba too.
Now you know. I'm telling you. Aruba did a lot of more for me. It's not just that. I don't know, because I connect with them. I'm like, that's a small town in Haiti. And we got that water, I'm like, I'm thinking, what can I do? I'm really thinking, what can I use from my mom's hometown? What's the resources we have? Seeing that these people don't have any water. It's so dry over there, but they managed to make it so beautiful and keep it so clean, so safe. I'm thinking, what can I do? I've been making phone calls. I'm not just trying to grow this business. I'm thinking outside of the box. What can I do over there to make more money? Because I need to be a multimillionaire and I'm going to find multiple streams. But this is my priority though. But that gets me thinking,
Way to think inside of recruiting people I mean, that's where you're going to find the biggest winners. Don't get me wrong, there are exceptions. I answered an ad. But if you look at where my team grew from, the bulk of it grew through connections. So I'm proud of you, Mimi. You're going to keep on killing this thing. Diana.
Good morning.
We were afraid this call might not get crazy enough, so we went ahead and invited you to just make sure.
Just in case y'all are not awake this morning, oh my goodness, Aruba was amazing. You know a trip is good when you're like, please let my COVID test come back positive so I can stay a little longer. No lies told. I'm telling you guys, you do not want to miss a trip. Thank you, Andy and Jane, for always for everything that you do for us within our Alliance family, because this truly is a family. I tell people all the time that this is my chosen family. Holly and Stephen, you guys just are so wonderful and always pouring into us and helping us to continue to grow. You guys are doing such a great job at copying Andy and Jane and helping us to set the example for us so that we can continue to do that as well. I'm so happy and honored to be a part of this wonderful opportunity, because that really is what it is. It's an opportunity for us to be able to help ourselves and our families and to leave a legacy, because that's really what we have an opportunity to be able to do. I mean, anybody that knows me knows that I've got like 95,000 children. I'm like the old lady in the shoe with all my kids and grandchildren. I mean, no lies told. And that's what this means to me, though. And that's what it's given Michael and I an opportunity to really be able to take the lid off. I was on grandma detail yesterday because of Veterans Day. And so I had, a couple of my grandkids here just running around. Well, I was, doing recruiting and working here from home. And just to be able to, to have this opportunity to still be able to work the business and help other families. And, I was on the phone and, helping, we had a couple of people that we got enrolled into class while the kids were, I'm telling my grandson, no, you cannot have a Hershey bar for breakfast, and telling my granddaughter, put your coat on. I'm literally looking at the rain coming down while you're telling me it's not raining, and still being able to do what we do while taking care of them. I mean, like it's truly something that is, sort of unprecedented. If I was still, working at Cracker Barrel, my bad, Cracker Barrel, we would not be able to do that. Like, that's not it's not something that I would be able to do. And, it's such a change. And, being able to, have Michael be able to check off his bucket list of being able to go deep sea fishing in the Caribbean, because that's something that he's always wanted to do. And Michael has not been able to do like anything. Like, he hasn't been fishing in 8 years. He's not been able to go out, since he had his transplant. So to be able for him not to just be able to go do that, but to go do it on the scale that he was able to do it, and to, have him come home and to listen to him talk about that trip to his dad and how much fun he had hanging out with you, Stephen, and hear him talk about how much fun he had with Andy and Robbie and Raina, and just like, it gets me emotional just to know that this business allowed him to be able to have that experience. And that's what this business allows us to have those opportunities to do, is to fulfill dreams that otherwise, it stays a dream in your mind instead of becoming a fulfilled dream in your life. So, when you write down those things and it's like, I'd really like to be able to do this. This business allows us to be able to fulfill those things. And that is the thing that I am so much appreciative of, and being able to sit and we had breakfast with Joe and Venus and getting to learn more about them and their story, and learning more about the business with them, and sitting and talking to Tawny and just strategizing some more about how to continue to grow the business. And with even Darren from America, like we were talking to him in the airport and I didn't know who he was. And then, when I, was talking more to him and finding out even how he recruited Pete from Americo into the, just so many different relationships and talking to people. And when you're making those connections, and it was just, so many different things and opportunities, and having dinner with the representatives from Medico and Great Western. And, the trips are not just, to be clear, we had a great time, but just being able to learn more about each other and to learn about each other's stories and learn more about where, who we all are and where we all come from, and realize that, we are all singing the same song and we're all reading from the same book. That is, hi, my name is Diana and I'm a corporate hater. And so to have this many people that are all on the same page, it is such an amazing thing. We went on the snorkeling trip where we did the kayaking on the first part, and then we did the snorkeling on the second part of it. Well, I did the kayaking and I tapped out on that snorkeling because I'm a smooth chocolate brown, and that snorkeling was not I'm not for that life. Sabrina, I got mad love for you, girl, because I started snorkeling and I was drinking more salt water than I was leaving it in the ocean. And so I got out and got on the bus, and I was like, y'all have fun. I'm out. But the kayaking part of it was because I'd never kayaked before. And when you're kayaking, you have to be in sync with your partner. And it made me think about, like, with us in the Alliance, we have to be in sync with each other for this business to continue to grow. And on this trip, I really got to see, like, we are all on the same page and we are all in sync together. And that is why this business is growing the way that it is. That is why we are just blowing up the way that we are, because we are all on the same page. We are all like singing the same song. And so we're just continuing to grow. We're going to continue to grow, having breakfast with Ashley and Brandon and having some conversations. I mean, like, everybody that I had a chance to talk to, listening to Jason Mathis when he was talking to Gustavo about recruiting, like every conversation that I had and that I heard, it was like, copy and paste, because everybody sounded the same. And it was just reaffirming that this is where I need to be. And I'm in the right place at the right time. And I am just going to keep going and going, because Michael and I are working on a travel schedule for me, because we've got, agents now all over the place, and I need to be making sure that I'm where they're at. We're, now, doing team meetings so that we can continue to help them, because you do team meetings, Andy does team meetings. I need to be doing team meetings because we duplicate the process. That's what we're supposed to do, copy and steal everything. So that's what we're going to be doing. And so I just love that we keep it simple, and there's a blueprint for us to continue to duplicate. So, I could keep going. I love it. I absolutely love this opportunity. I'm so proud and excited to be a part of it. Again, I love that, Jane and Andy have just really, laid the groundwork for us to continue to be able to copy and grow as much as we have. I love that you and Holly just continue to also offer us as an agency so many tools for us to be able to use. I'm going to 100% keep working those folks in your office until they don't answer my phone calls.
How do I know when I'm bothering too much? You'll know. Man, they didn't even let it ring 4 times. They sent me straight to voicemail. No, they won't do that. I told them, I said, help these folks any way we can. Bend the rules. I mean, whatever it takes. Dude, I had so much fun fishing with Michael, and I felt so bad. That poor Joker got sick for the whole first part of the trip. He said, I never got sick on a boat before.
That's because he didn't listen to his wife.
I'm just saying, if he'd listened to you and it gone bad, he'd have someone to blame. No, but watching him in that fight chair, that was, it's about getting to see people see things. Does that make sense? Yep. Like getting to see people see things. That's what does it for me, man. I'm telling you, you've got to have 10 people on this next trip. You got to. And that's a great illustration. If we all do it the right way, we're going to get moving faster. Yeah. Why do I'm confused. Why do we got to start with the left first and then the right? I'm confused. Should we do 2 rights? Or maybe a right and a half and then 2 left? I don't know. Just we're all growing. Just do it like we're doing. Yeah, you're right. Everybody on that trip, on the same page. That's how I know we're going to do big things. Big things. Crazy. Fired up. Talk about fishing, man. Last time I went fishing with Gustavo, I never seen anybody rebound faster. We got a bunch of sandwiches, and Gustavo ordered the biggest sandwich I've ever seen from Jersey Mike's. I mean, Mercedes, we had to pull a boat behind us to haul his sandwich. That's how big the sandwich was. That Joker's sitting on the deck eating this sandwich, and he gives it the old, goes to the back of the boat, takes care of business, gives it this right here. I never seen anybody rebound like that. Are you kidding me? I was like, when I saw that, I was like, that's my guy. That's my guy right there.
Conviction right there. That's what I'm talking about. That's my guy. All-terrain.
A rebound.
That's a survivor, baby.
Yes.
I'm a warrior.
I did tell Mike he ought to look at getting some money back on that kidney because that might be part of the.
Oh, I tell him all the time that's a black market kidney he got.
Oh, I love Michael. I love that. And you'll love Michael Castile too. You just got to meet him. All right. Gustavo, Mercedes, similar stuff, man. Light us up for a couple minutes. And then we're going to give our attention to high producer, district manager, and recent extension winner, Jerrod Mikko Edwards. But
Okay.
Gustavo,
Hello, people. Thank you very much, Stephen and Holly and Andy and Jane. As Mimi said, they almost say everything about the trip. We sit down with Mike and Diana and Jason and Olga and Brandon and Ashley. They gave us very good tips. What I want to talk is about family and leadership. Those things that, I mean, when you see you guys in the phone calls, when we see you, it's one thing. I was able to see 2 things. I want to start with the harder for me. I still have problems walking, even on a flat surface. You can imagine how it was for me to walk into the sand. And we were in the beach with a bunch of people, and everybody was chatting and talking and having fun. And then all of a sudden, Mercedes told me she doesn't push me at all. She never pushed me. So she said, okay, we got to go to the beach. What? Okay, let's do this. So she held me, and I started walking to the beach on the sand. And everybody was talking and having a good time. And all of a sudden, I heard silence on the beach. Everybody was looking at me like, if he gonna do it? And of course, your macho Latino thing says, please don't fail, keep walking. And I appreciate it. I really appreciate that everybody was, by the way, I was able to go to the beach and come back. And everybody was happy or relieved, let's call it that way. But being the first. Know that everybody has you in their hearts that way. It's touch. See? Technology. Give me 1 second. So, yes, it's a great business. For those guys that are new, yes, you can make a lot of money. but you need to take care of who you are making money with. And I'm positive that I'm with good people. And I know. Sorry. Aha. Okay, the good part. That was the, emotional part. Leadership. I'm come with a very, very vertical, segregated place. I will never company view. So I will never see the owner of the company having lunch or sitting down or sharing the table with the employees, not with the agents, with the employees. Because of my special situation, I had, let's say, preferred seating everywhere because they wouldn't want me to work that much. So at the end of the first night, we were sitting. There was Billy, there were Autumn, there was Ashland. After they finished taking pictures and all this stuff, they were having dinner at, 11, maybe 12. And then I see Andy sitting down next to Billy and say, hey, is that burger good? And then they share a bite from the burger from Billy. And then I know that Andy makes whatever he makes, and he knows whatever he knows, and he's a great producer. At that time, he was at the next vertical professional level that Billy, and they were sharing a burger. And then Jane came to bite somebody else's French fries. And that's not fake. I saw that. Nobody can tell me. I can tell you I was seeing that. And coming from where I come from, that you will never see the CEO sitting. Forget about sharing food. Forgetting about buying somebody else's burger. I saw that and said, this guy, I know he's crazy, but he has something in his heart. I follow safe food. Son, follow. I will follow this guy to the freaking war. Sorry.
Sentimental moment now. I'm sorry. Commercial. Emotional? Okay.
Yeah. So I will follow him to the end of the world. Because he's authentic.
Because he's authentic. Authentic.
You told me. Your turn.
Yeah, I have actually all of you say similar thing. That happened us in Aruba. Aruba is not only the awesome trip. I think the last one is the best. I'm thinking the good one will be the next trip. The next trip. Actually, I think that the Alliance have a pretty good strategy because we don't go to the extension like Jerrod Mikko, and he will say now what exactly it was. But we saw many people taking a bus to go to a station. That is a very good strategy because we want to go for the next one, and we will be there. Thanks, Alliance, because it's a good way to push us.
I love it.
We didn't see the numbers, though. But we know we're about to be there maybe at the first week of December.
That's awesome. I'm so proud of you guys. And I say it everywhere I am. You guys inspire me and Holly. If you don't win the trip for any other reason, win it so you can hear more about their story, what they fought through. It's absolutely inspiring. Holly and I love you guys so much. All right. Jerrod Mikko. Recent extension trip winner, Jerrod Mikko.
I'm going to just say I'm happy and a little bit better. I'm going to say with everybody else.
I don't know how the tiles are on your screen, what order they're in, but I got 3 tiles right here that are boiling.
I will take it easy on y'all. I promise I'll take it easy on y'all.
Light us up, brother.
Oh, man. Well, Stephen, thank you and Andy for having me on this call. I appreciate it, man. Aruba was actually the best trip that I've ever been on. And I've been on 8 trips with the Alliance. This was the best trip. And I want to say it's the best trip. I want to say it's Aruba, but I'm thinking about everything I experienced in Aruba. And I'm going to say it's because of where we are now as a team, where the culture is, the way the environment is, the people that we have here. And, we were all able to get along and mesh well together. And golly, it's just if you're new on this call, the tip I would give you is don't win the trips for the trips. Win the trips to be more around the culture, to be more around the people, to grow those relationships. If you think, I was comparing the relationships I have in the Alliance to like relationships I had in the past, with just friends and whatnot. And it's amazing to be around people that's fighting for something. Like everybody's fighting for their families. Everybody's fighting to improve themselves. And you are all around these people for 5 to 8 days, like if you're on the extension. And so to be around these people for all that time and just, you're in this oasis of love and of empowerment and of leadership. You're in an oasis. And it's just like, golly, I don't want this bubble to pop, But just the different experiences. One thing I can tell you is I've spent more time with Stephen and Andy on this trip than anything. And these two are my heroes. Like Stephen, you and Andy are my heroes, So people might think, well, what about Spider-Man and Superman? Well, they haven't taught me anything. Like they're good entertainers, but they didn't teach me how to be a better father. They didn't teach me how to have a better life. So Stephen and Andy were my heroes. I got to spend, we had like 3 lunches together, and then we had a talk at the table on the extension. And so to be a part of that conversation, to be game planning with Stephen and Andy about the future of the company, like I was privy to that information. Golly, it's just an amazing feeling to be a part of that. When I was thinking about one of the conversations that I had, so here's the thing. One of the lunches, Andy said one thing that changed my whole life and my whole vision about the business. He said, I forgot who he was talking to. I think it was Tim or Billy, one of the people, but he had mentioned that the more people you get on the trips, it shows how less selfish you are. And that changed my whole thinking on recruiting and getting people on these trips. Andy had the most people on the trip. Andy is the most giving person because he got so many people on the trip. And I got to thinking like, God, how many more people can I get on these trips? Like I got to going through my team, like CJ, Tia, Rogers, and Kim. I'm going through my team going, who can I help get on these trips? The times that we had the cabana on the extension. Oh, by the way, y'all, you have to get on the extension. So it's one thing to win a trip. But yeah, I didn't know what I was missing all this time. I kept going, it ain't that deep. It's not that bad. It's just an extension. I get on this extension. The air is better. The water tastes better. The food tastes better. The birds are chirping louder. The sun feels better. Everything feels better. Like my skin was glowing because I won the extension. And I'm thinking, I've been missing this whole time. I kept telling Stephen, I can't believe I've been missing this whole time. And it got me again. It was a growth period for me because I'm thinking, what else don't I know? What else am I missing? How good is partner? How good is being a multimillionaire? What am I missing that Stephen and Andy has been telling me this whole time? What am I missing? Because the extension was amazing. It's like they said, everybody go home. And these are people who won the trip. So everybody was important. Everybody's winners. But they was like, everybody go home. So now here's a different group of people to where now we're going to pour into war. And it's just like, golly. I was on a plane back with Elliot. I sat next to Elliot. We were on first class. And he was just saying how good the culture is. He canceled a lot of things in his calendar to be around the Alliance, like our culture. And he said other IMOs, they can't put on a trip like this. Because guess what? There'll be fist fights. Like people will be fighting. Somebody gonna lose their wife, lose their husband. Like stuff happens at these other places. But because of our culture, we can put on good conventions. We can put on the best trips because of the culture we have. So it's just super powerful what I've learned on this Aruba trip. The waters were amazing. The sand was amazing. The food was amazing. We had a great crowd. Like people, yeah. You know, like Sabrina said, people kept saying, "Man, is this a cult? Like, what are y'all doing?" Like we had a girl, we had some girl follow us to dinner. She went to dinner and the movies with us because of how hyped we were on the private island. Oh man, I should go into the private island, but anyway, and we had our own private island, y'all, like on the extension. So she seen us on a private island and she just followed us like, man, I'm going where y'all going, recruit her into the business. It was just amazing. But the cabana that we sat in and we, on the extension, we sat in this cabana and you could walk to different cabanas. So we had the whole row and it was all Alliance people. So I'm over there walking past Andy and James cabana, Adam Katz. And, so I landed in, was it Jacob Bell Krause's? And they said, oh, just, come on in, have a seat. You can eat whatever you want. And there was a butler, you can press a button and the butler comes and brings you whatever you want. So you're just chilling on the beach. You can eat whatever you want. There's a bathroom, there's everything on here. And we're just talking about business and talking about growing and how they grew their business, Jacob Bell Krause. And it's just, and Tim and Nikki Long. And we're just bonding. And then I go around, I talk to Stephen and Holly and then we jump in the water. And it's just, that was the best day, having that cabana and chilling with the crew and just relaxing and just knowing that this is how we will live and better. Like there's no going back. Now that we know what this life is like, there's no going back. And so whether we are in Aruba or in Ireland or on another Caribbean cruise, as long as I got my crew, as long as I got my team, as long as I got my heroes, Steve and Andy and the other leaders in the Alliance, we're going to be okay. So it gave me a sense of security. It gave me a sense of comfort to go on this cruise. I was less secure when I was riding with Sabrina and she almost killed me on the UTVs. I was less secure then. But when I got out of the UTV with Sabrina, I was more secure because I said, you know what? I'm with my people and we are going to grow and we are going to grow this team. We're going to make a lot of money and I'm going to help my team as much as I can. So I became less selfish coming off that trip because I'm thinking, how many people can I get here? Who do I have to help? Like, what do I have to do to tilt the game in my team's favor? Who else can I help on the Alliance team? I want everybody to win because Andy built the culture and I want this culture to get out in the world. And so that's what my goal. My goal is to hit partner. I'm more fired up about hitting partner than ever before because I know what I've learned from Stephen and Andy, and I know what I can teach to other people. And I know the influence that my team can have. With me going partner, I know the influence that we can have. And so I'm going to push as hard as I can, Stephen. Trust me, I'm going to push as hard as I can to hit partner because, brother, I'm trying to change lives, man. So thank you for inviting me on this call, man. I appreciate you, man. Love you.
You bet, dude. I love you too, man. I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. It's been awesome to watch your growth, dude. Awesome. Got me fired up, man. That culture thing you're talking about is right. Elliot knows. He would know. He's seen all the other culture. Nobody has our culture. Nobody has our culture. That's why if the extension was at a Huddle House in Sewanee, Georgia, I would still make sure I win. Does that make sense? That probably checks out. I'm sure there's a Huddle House in Sewanee, Georgia. There's probably a Sewanee, Georgia. I just made that word up. I don't know. We'll look this up afterwards. We have a mystery to solve. I love solving mysteries. Let me just share a couple quick things with you. I know we're a couple minutes over. What's it going to take to win? Here's what it's going to take. I'm going to give you a few things. One, reps will get you good. Buy as many reps as you can. Buy as many leads as you can. Get as many appointments as you can. Reps will get you good. Two, it is. Oh, I love when I make something up and it's right. Somebody please tell Holly. Text Holly, let her know I made something up on the spot and it turned out to be right. I love that. It's going to take focus. Everybody's going to try and distract you. People are going to try and get you, here's what I taught Diana to say. Not my monkey, not my circus. Don't try and put it on me. It's also going to take emotional maturity. Let me tell you something. People let stupid crap cost them trips. The big decline they got No, well, so-and-so hurt my feelings, so I'm not going to win the trip. That'll teach them. That'll learn them, darn them. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take emotional maturity. It takes emotional maturity to push through the downs so that you can get to the ups. It makes no sense to stay in the downs, but it takes emotional maturity to push through the downs to get to the ups. You're going to need a ton of emotional maturity. I promise you, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. It's going to take overshooting just enough. You're probably going to miss a trip. Overshoot. It's going to take responsibility. We need you there. We're counting on you. We need you there. That's how I view myself. That's how I view you. We need you there. You are a vital part of the team. And let me tell you something. Winning is fun. Winning is fun. So what we've got to do now, right now, is develop a fire of productive urgency. Productive urgency, because I promise you, I've been doing this over 20 years. What you do between now and January 1st has everything to do with what you're going to do in 2022. I promise you that. It's about momentum. These next few weeks are vital. Don't slow down, speed up. I'm telling you, productive urgency will get you to the next level. Guys, Holly and I love you. Andy and Jamie love you. Thank you so much, Andy, for letting me do the call. Thank you guys for being on. Holly and I love all you guys so much. Wish I could have had the whole team on that was in Aruba. Guys, we love you. Let's go out. Let's get it done. Hammer down.